CringePony TV episode 11 is starting now. And remember, episode 12 next week will be the end of season 1, and CringePony will go off the air for long enough to refill the cringe meters. But tonight, we have a wonderful episode to satiate your deepest cringe needs. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and kick back for the cringiest MMO entertainment on YouTube with CringePony TV episode 11. And don't forget that your support is what keeps CringePony TV possible. Time to slap that cringe pony until it neighs all night long.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to heal you. I was reading this book.
Oh, whoops, I pulled the mob while you were getting your mana back. Sorry about that. Oh, you didn't want me to pull the boss? Huh? Why not? You know what, guys? I'm gonna say this for all the tanks out there.
We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. We've got the right to taunt it. There ain't no way we'll flaunt it. This is our pull. This is our groove. We'll fight the monsters that beat us. Don't pick our own CDs, cause you don't know us. You aren't this strong. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. These are so condescending. Their goal is never ending. We don't want nothing, just a deed from you. Your heels are trite and jaded, boring and overrated. If that's your best won't do. Whoa, whoa, we're right. We're free, we'll fight, you'll see. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. No way! We're free, we'll fight, you'll see. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore. We're not gonna tank it. No, we ain't gonna tank it. We're not gonna tank it anymore.
what we got with Oblivion, guys. See if we can have some fun. Some of these old games, man, they're a little wonky to run. I love their theme song. It's so good, dude. It almost brings a tear to my eye. Come on. It won't let me type his name. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to name him here. What? I can't name my guy. What? What kind of glitch is this? Yeah, I'm trying. Let's try to go in another option and back out. Oh my gosh, his name won't type. This is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. I can't even play the game. Are you serious? In a newly generated Oblivion.ini according to this guide, and there's a whole guide to do it. You've got to be kidding me. Stuff like this is totally unacceptable. You sell the game and it doesn't work. You know, this is bullcrap, is what this is. We're gonna find the .ini file. Let's find that. On Steam, at least. You're gonna have to do what I'm doing here. Use joystick 1. Be a AAA developer here. Can't even play their game. That, by the way, is on sale right now. Alright. I'm gonna try to look this up again. I just can't believe this is freaking happening. Didn't save it because we were running the... My gosh! I just thought I'd be able to, you know, play your game. This is nuts. Just let me play the game. You know what I'm saying? Just let me play. Move. I'll try that if it doesn't work. Dude, it's crazy. Vaughn, thank you for super chat. I'd like to report a robbery. Indeed. Indeed. I've been robbed.
And the final hours of my life.
It's gonna be the final hours of my life because I'm getting stressed out because the game won't work. Oh my gosh, you have got... Okay, I'm gonna try it. I don't even know which USB this is. This might take a second. Let me figure out where my keyboard is. I'm gonna try putting it in a new USB slot. I will be right back. Look at this. No name typing allowed. This is the crappiest thing. Let's just go ahead and do all the things. Hour deep. I should be able to skip this, well I can't. So it's not working then. Then it's not working. Yeah, just close, piece of crap. I just want to play Oblivion, dude. Yes, yes. Anything you want. Just let me play. Not looking good. Not looking good. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I don't know. Oh! Enter. Escape. Spacebar. I don't know, guys. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. It's just ridiculous. Stop wiggling it.
I was born 87 years.
I can't skip it. I can't skip it.
Oh
my gosh. This is the dumbest thing that's ever happened to me in my life of gaming. This is alright. I'm gonna have the on-screen keyboard. Hang on, let me move it down a little bit. Nope, nope. 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 Oh, and it broke the game. The game is broke. Dude! You gotta be kidding me! Things are happening! Things are happening! It's all little, dude. Dude, I can't play it like that! I'm playing on the Game Boy! Dude, I can't play it
working like that? Alright, let me move my freaking keyboard to another USB port. I'll be back. There. Now maybe it'll work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work! To show everybody, this is just a regular old $10, really old, but it works. Logitech. See, just a good old piece of crap. All right. I'm gonna be replacing my fairly normal keyboard with it here. Well, it's on Game Works. It just doesn't work. Look at this. This is unbelievable. It's on Game Pass. I'm at a loss here. I don't know what to do. How does anybody play this game? How is there a human alive playing this freaking game, dude? It doesn't work.
How do I look? I look like the most beautiful. I don't want pom-poms. Eating Bavaria.
Have you been screwed in an MMO? Someone stole your camp? A pesky druid swooped in and stole your mining ore? A naked bard assaulted you in town? Someone told you Alt F4 would do something cool, perhaps? You need legal representation, and I'm your guy, the MMO lawyer. I'll work your case and have those evil scumbags banned so quick, your satisfaction is guaranteed. You'll need a gold seller to afford me, though.
It's not cheap, but it's effective. MMO law firm. Call today.
CringePony TV is completely funded by you. In order to continue this cringe-tastic entertainment program, we depend on your generous donations using Super Chat or by joining the channel for exclusive perks. See that cringe meter down there? If it hits goal, which is $50 tonight, with Super Chats, you will get 3 bonus cringe skits at the end of the stream. And you'll be helping keep the world's first and only MMORPG cringe series on the air. Consider Super Chatting to support the stream. Every dollar feeds a puppet for a day. CringePony TV! Now back to your regular programming. Oh my goodness, merchandise for your favorite CringePony TV characters is here. Plantman, MMO Cop, and more. The link to the Napalm loot store is in the description, so go see if there is some cringe gear just for you. Well, hello there. As we all know, boosting your characters up to a high level in a cash shop is very prevalent in MMOs. But what happens when we apply that logic to the real world? Let's see. Hello, you had ordered a boosting service? Yes, the boosting service. I had a couple of questions about that. So my children now, they're 5, and so when we do the boosting service, like exactly what does that come with? Yes, indeed. It'll take them straight to 20. Let's see here. It comes with a job, and they'll have an apartment as well. Okay, all right. Yeah, that sounds good, but I guess my concern is they'll suddenly be 20.
they'll have an apartment, they'll have a job, but what about their brain? Does it mature to a 20-ish standard?
No, sir. No, their brain remains the same as a child. They're gonna have to, it's generally pretty awkward in social situations.
All right, well, tell you what, nothing is perfect in this world, so let's go ahead and let's make this happen ASAP, right away, right away, okay.
Yes, that's correct. That is the correct amount, and we'll render the services immediately.
So now you know. With boosting services is dire consequences. How will those children do in group situations suddenly thrust into the low tiers of adulthood? I hope you enjoyed our first look into MMOs in the real world. Next week, we will be looking into stealing nodes and how that would work in this MMORPG we call the existence of the real world. Until then, take care of one another. I'll see you next time.
This was never the game I planned, not my intention. I got so brave, mouse in hand, lost my discretion. It's not what I'm used to. Just wanna try WoW out. I'm curious for it. Caught my attention. I played WoW Classic and I liked it. The feel of its hefty quest hubs. I played around it to try it. I hope EverQuest don't mind it. It felt so wrong, it felt so right. Don't mean I'll poop sock tonight. I played WoW Classic and I liked it. And I liked it. No, I don't even know how to play. It doesn't matter. You're my one embarrassing game. Just nerdy nature. It's not what good geeks do. Not how they should behave. Neckbeard gets so confused. Hard to not play. I played WoW Classic and I liked it. The feel of its hefty quest hubs. I played on Classic just to try it. I hope my Vanguard don't mind it. It felt so wrong, it felt so right. Don't mean I'll poop sock tonight. I played WoW Classic and I liked it. And I liked it. This priest, they are so magical. Renew star charts, desperate prayer. Hard to resist, so clickable. Too good to deny it. It ain't no big deal, it's popular. I played WoW Classic and I liked it. The feel of its hefty quest hubs. I played on Classic just to try it. I hope Pantheon don't mind it. It felt so wrong, it felt so right. Don't mean I'm in love tonight. I played WoW Classic and I liked it. And I liked it.
CringePony TV is completely funded by you. In order to continue this cringe-tastic entertainment program, we depend on your generous donations using Super Chat or by joining the channel for exclusive perks. See that cringe meter down there? If it hits goal, which is $50 tonight, with Super Chats, you will get 3 bonus cringe skits at the end of the stream. And you'll be helping keep the world's first and only MMORPG cringe series on the air. Consider Super Chat chatting to support the stream. Every dollar beats a puppet for a day. CringePony TV! Now back to your regular programming.
Nathan, will you come help me clean up your mess?
I'm sorry, but my season has passed. I'll be leaving. Do you get it? Maybe you'll see me next year. Time to say goodbye. Plant man's done. My job is done. Leaves are falling off. I am gonna wither and die. Don't miss me. Tell my seedlings I love them. My seedlings, I'll be back. Come springtime. Leaves are falling off. I'm not gonna make it, no. It's winter coming and it's time for Plant Man say goodbye. Bye. Say goodbye. Bye. Tell my seedlings I love them and that I said goodbye. Bye.
Are you seriously just gonna lay there naked until spring?
My friend didn't show up. I think she ghosted me.
Well, can't blame your dad. He's been with me all night. You should go talk to her. Her friends stood her up. She's really upset.
Did you eat my friend, the only friend I have? Are you kidding me? Mom, Dad must have snuck away because he did eat my friend.
How do you know?
Because he had blood on his hands and he was eating.
Alright, that's it. Call the police this time.
people like beans. Some people like mashed potatoes. But if you are able, then please set the table. Some do it for love. Some do it for satisfaction. If your fruits need a waxing, don't sit there, take some action. This is the moment we've all been waiting for our entire lives. Are you ready, Harold? Let's do it. Be free. If you wanna eat celery, salmon with flakes of parsley, smooth dome like Charles Barkley. If you wanna be rich, if you wanna make your own clam chowder, then grab the baking powder. I know you got the power. You can free your mind. You can really put it all behind you. I won't fall down beside you. If you fly, they'll never find you. Can't believe my eyes. They became so much effective. You used to be my best friend. Oh, mother, how I live her dim.
Roll another alt. Yeah.
La da 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 da. La da da. La da da. La da da. La da da.
I was gonna clean the house until I log in. I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I logged in.
La da da.
My house is still messed up, and I know why.
Why, man?
Cause I logged in, because I logged in, because I logged in.
La da 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 da.
I was gonna get on and stream before I logged in.
Come on, man, and check it out.
I could've chatted and I could've hickled, but I logged in.
La da 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 da.
I'm starving it this whole month, and I know why.
Why, man?
Cause I logged in, because I logged in, because I logged in.
Go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one, man.
I was gonna go to work, but then I logged in. I just got a new promotion, but I logged in.
La da 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 da.
Now I'm streaming Cringe, and I know why.
Why, man?
Cause I logged in, because I logged in, because I logged in.
La da 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 da.
I was gonna go to court before I logged in.
I'm serious, man.
I was gonna pay my speed ticket, but then I logged in.
La da da
They took
da
my
da.
whole paycheck, and I know why.
Why, man?
Cause I logged in, because I logged in, because I logged in.
La da 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 da.
I wasn't gonna run from the wife, but I logged in.
I'm serious.
I was gonna go right to bed, but then I logged in.
La da da.
Now I'm served divorce papers, and I know why.
Yeah.
Cause I logged in, because I logged in, because I logged in.
La da 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 da.
I messed up my entire life because I logged in. I lost my kids and wife because I logged in.
La da da.
Now I'm sleeping in the doghouse, and I know why.
Why, man?
Cause I logged in, because I logged in, because I logged in.
La da 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 da.
I'ma stop singing this song because I'm in game.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm singing this whole thing wrong because I'm in game.
La da
And
da
if I
da da
don't get
da.
one super chat, I'll know why.
Why, man?
Cause I'm in game, cause I'm in game, cause I'm in game.
La da 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 da, la da da da.
Shooby dooby da boo, a skibbity down.
You know what? I'm sick of eating all these burgers. I want something that sticks to the ribs. Mashed potatoes, gravy, melted cheeses, corn, some fried chicken maybe. You know what? KFC. KFC! That's right, we're going to KFC this time. And I think it seems like the most disgusting thing they got are those famous bowls that they have. So we're going to find out if they're any good. The one thing that's got me a little skeptical is they were claiming that these bowls were famous before they even came out. So let's see. KFC, mother... yeah, can I just get a number 11? Get a load of this guy. Thank you. Alright, the KFC famous bowl. It's Colonel Sanders! What the f? That's not what I ordered. What the hell's this? A chicken pot pie or something? What the f? That's not even what I ordered. What the f? What the f? I guess I'm gonna have to eat this instead. You know what? F this. I don't want the chicken pot pie. I'm gonna have to come back later and get a famous bowl. Man, f that. Hey, what's up? I decided to go to KFC again. Alright, well, let's see if they got it right this time. Okay, now this time they got it right. The KFC famous bowl. Pretty gross looking. Now tell me that isn't like a pile of puke. It looks like somebody took a plastic bowl and vomited right in there for me to eat it. Well, alright. Here it goes. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god, what the hell? What in the fuck? Oh my god. That is so disgusting that it's fucking delicious. Well, I have to say that was so disgusting that it was delicious. It's a lot better than all those burgers I've been eating recently, so it's nice to get a change every once in a while, even though it was so bad for me that I think I'm going to throw up now. See you next time!
Hey everybody, we are up And it's time for beating a dead pony. Let me check this audio real quick. Yep. God is good. That's right. Oh, wait a minute. They can't hear you. Hang on. What is wrong here? Okay. Now talk.
Test.
There we go.
All right. We got to start it over.
Okay, start it over.
God is good, my friend.
God is good. We're a week.
Yeah.
We're a week closer to the launch of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen.
Beautiful. My name is Daimlos. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us here. The man with me here, as you all know, needs no introduction. We got the professor of Parodies. We've got the vengeful paladin of Pantheon, the king of cringe himself, Nathan NAPALM. The Nathan NAPALM.
Happy to be here.
Friend?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. That was my favorite episode.
Well, and I said this earlier to you, that the penultimate episode is always the best episode of any season. So I completely agree. This was such a great season. We had really good skits with all our favorite returning characters. Songs, again, were on point. It's all good. So, well, let's just quickly. Oh, can they still hear me? Can I be heard?
I'm pretty sure they can now. I think some people are a little behind. It's showing that you got audio now.
Okay, cool. Sorry. So I would like to, introduce the format of this show. It's very important. You folks in the chat are the main focus of this. We want to bring Nathan to the people. That's my job here. So please, if you've got questions, please put them in the chat. Tag my name in it so I can see it, and then I will ask that question on your behalf. And so I'll have a couple questions. We want to talk about the show. We want to talk about pretty much anything, Nathan. That's the most important thing here. This is kind of a recap channel, or a recap show on his channel, and of course, CringePony as well. So we'll kind of do the first half of the show talking about CringePony, and then kind of go in from there. So please let me get those questions from the audience. But before that, we can start with my stuff.
You saw that comment from Random Rob, right? You saw that.
Oh yeah, good. Thank you, Random Rob. Appreciate you. You're the best.
All right,
dick. Always juggling me, that son of a bitch. Okay. So let's start off with one of my favorite characters. We all love Plant Man. He's looks like he's headed into the winter of his life, which is okay. But in another stream, you had maybe mentioned that Plant Man might be around to visit your children's parent-teacher conferences. What?
Yeah. So we're working out some real life things. That's kind of going to be the how I make season 2 like double as good. Is we're going to be introducing these into the real world, and some of the plot lines will kind of lead into that. So you'll be seeing some stuff happening. A little bit of that next week, because it kind of leads into it to kind of for season finale storylines, I guess you would call it. But yeah, so Plant Man that was his final episode for this season, because there's only one more episode left in season 1, and it's going to be a short break because I've got a lot of ideas and plans for Halloween and Christmas. So I'll be bringing it back probably mid October. We'll be back for season 2. And that way it'll run up until about mid-December, so we have time to hit all those holidays up.
Well, as we learned last week, sometimes pre-alpha isn't always on time, and sometimes CringePony isn't always on time. So, we'll be expecting it, but there's a lot of content that you have to do here. So, just be patient with Nathan. He's putting all this out himself, and it does take some time. So we want to make sure we got several episodes in the can before we go in. And so
that's the point of the break. That's what the only reason I'm taking a seasonal break is so I can have episodes compiled and ready to go. And that way, as I'm working through the week, I'm actually ahead of the game, and it's not delayed. It comes out every week. That's the point of the break between seasons.
Excellent. So, well, and for the chat, Ray Shalgul, thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment. I will take that very seriously here. This is very important to me that this show goes fairly smoothly and I don't sound completely terrible. Anyway, but let's also talk about what's the takeaway. What do you think about gifting Nathan NAPALM memberships?
Oh, it's available. YouTube is a little weird about it now. If you're interested in gifting memberships, you pretend like you're going to become a member, right? So you click the little dollar guy and then you say membership. But if you're already a member, it'll instead give you the option to gift it out to people. Now, the other weird thing is you have to turn it on. It's a you can't be gifted without saying I accept gifts. Which you can do in somewhere in the options there. I think I don't know where it's at, to be honest, but somewhere in there you can say that
just look around, damn it.
Yeah, look around. I think it's on the money one somewhere. But yeah, you can gift memberships. It's just kind of a new YouTube thing, so it's not really taken off.
So talk about, my God, Nathan. Talk about things that are causing rants. Please talk about this whole Oblivion thing. How I don't want to get you too fired up because we already saw the fired up, but how does this even happen? I don't even get how this could possibly happen for what did we say, a 13-year-old game?
Yeah, and apparently it's like it goes back. I saw people talking about 2018. Apparently it was when like we went to USB 3.0 or something like that. And so it just quit recognizing keyboards, but instead of actually fixing the game and then re-putting it up on the platforms like GOG, Steam, Game Pass, it's just the same old broken one. And just in case anybody else has that problem, the reason that it wasn't working was because there are two folders it gets installed in. So you pick the folder you want it to go in. That's not the file that you need to change, the .ini. You have to go into My Documents, My Games, and it will be there as well. And that's the one you got to change. And then it works. I figured it. I couldn't go to sleep. I ended the stream. I went to bed, tossed and turned a while, and got back up and figured it out. So,
well, if you did miss it, like Man of Rohan just said, please go back and see it.
Yeah.
It's solid. I couldn't even imagine. You said this went over for 4 hours?
4 hours, yeah. And it's funny because it was a late night stream to hit goal, right? We weren't hitting goal for the week. I was getting scared. I was like, oh crap, I got to pay the bills. So I was like, I'll do a late night stream, play some Oblivion. Everybody likes Oblivion, and see if we can't hit goal. And we did hit goal while I was trying to get the game to work. So that's why I was in a good mood. Winter knows that usually when things don't work, I'm in not such a happy mood. But chat was keeping me happy. They were supporting and cracking funny jokes, and so it was a good time.
I do try to check in as much as I can, but I absolutely missed that one. So I'm really glad we got a recap of it. You did put out another video about playing it. So clearly you got it working, and we're able to kind of have a little highlight video of that this week. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out for sure. It's everything else is up on YouTube, so certainly go check that out. Give it some likes, give it a thumbs up if you can.
Yeah, and the game or the entire Cringe Pony show repeats after the Cringe Party as well. For those that came in late and want to see it.
Oh yeah, stay up even later.
Yeah, if you want to stay up even later.
So okay, so we probably had one of the best songs, other than probably Nirvana. We've got Winter, your wife, gracing us with her wonderful voice and talking about WoW Classic. So that kind of feeds into everything that's going on for you this week, right? Like this is a huge WoW Classic week for you.
It was, yeah. I've been streaming it in the mornings daily, and then we do our group Thursday nights. And we're up in the 60s now. So we're headed into the Wrath, which starts at level 70, and Wrath launches here in a few weeks. So we're definitely going to make it in time, and probably even having a little bit of extra time to grind out some faction and get some decent gear, and hit Wrath hard, because we're going to try to raid. We're going to try to get into the raiding scene.
That's awesome. And is it you that's running the guild there, or is it Renfell that's running, or are you in something different?
Yes, it's Renfell's guild, yes.
So if you want to join up, if you want to join, what server are you on, Nathan?
We are on Peggle Alliance. Alliance.
Peggle. I mean, Peggle. Come join Nathan, join Renfell. They always are willing to help out people. That's, one of the biggest things that we preach with Pantheon is that community matters stuff.
Absolutely. So,
yeah. Definitely come on board. Feel free to send Nathan a chat. He might not get back to you. He's a very busy man, but he will
eventually.
He's good. Eventually he will get back to you.
Yeah. Now, I want to say too about that song. The I played WoW Classic and I liked it. That is, I think, the most high quality song on my channel.
Without a doubt.
She nailed it. She absolutely nailed that. And it was really quick too. Like, she just sat down, she recorded it, way into the song, then she would record the next section, she wiped that up. She did it like it was no problem at all. Like she was just doing a small errand real quick. It was crazy.
That's super impressive. Like, yeah. People out there that have recorded music know, like, it just takes 1,000 takes. Like, even in the pregame we played the sea shanty Pantheon. I had so many takes on that thing, man, just to make it sound any bit right. Like, and that's 20 seconds, not even. And so putting together a whole song in 15 minutes is very impressive.
Yeah, she did really good. I'm serious. It took me longer to write the lyrics. She just walked up here and we hit record and she went. And she did want to change the lyric. She didn't want to sing about the poop socks. She tried to change it. And I was like, no. You got to sing it. You got to sing that part.
Winter, it's this channel's mascot is the poop sock. It's the napalm poop socks.
That's right. Half the fun.
Plus, it's in the store. Go out to the store, get your own poop socks. It's important that
cleaning agents
play like that. And you probably should have one too. You should probably get one since you're going to be raiding WoW Classic there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Winter into raiding too, so she's going to need some.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I played back in Burning Crusade times with Drac, and then I revisited it with my good friend Marks. And when Burning Crusade came out for Classic, this sort of thing that you're still playing. So it is fun. It really is fun. And I know Brad is probably rolling in his grave right now, but I'm sorry, Brad. WoW was fun. It was fun. It took all the stuff that we wanted and kind of put it all in a nice package for me and quality of life stuff. And man, I did have fun. I have to admit, as a big time hardcore EQ guy, I really enjoyed WoW.
Yeah, and I've never really played it for real. I've logged on, played by myself, and just did a little solo stuff, and then logged back out, and then canceled my subscription. That's pretty much been the life of WoW for me all the way up until this point. I really was like, hey, I'm going to do this because... And to be honest, if they wouldn't have done the thing where they're like, hey, no dungeon finder, no teleportation straight to the dungeon, you're going to have to find your own groups, etc. When they made that decision, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because... That's a pretty old school kind of philosophy, and this is called Classic, and they kind of get it, right? They kind of know what's making that feel like Classic. So that's what made me dive in, and I'm having a good time. World of Warcraft Classic, not retail, is...
Very important, very important.
And I will say that Brad McQuaid went on that show. It was like a WoW Classic podcast. And he went on it, and he talked a lot about Classic, and he even said at one point that besides public dungeons and, not questing, like no quest hubs, stuff like that, that the spirit of WoW Classic is still in the realm of what Pantheon is going to be. So that quote, I'm not getting it exactly right, but that made me be like, maybe one day I'll try. If Brad McQuaid gives it the okay, maybe I can try it one day.
He's respecting. He's got some respect for WoW, and it's a good game. It really is a good game. If you've not played WoW Classic, they've got a lot of good stuff going for it. It has one of my favorite healers in the game. I love the Priest. The preventing of damage is my game, and so that's why I'm going to be playing a cleric in Pantheon, is because I much prefer the damage prevention rather than the just boring healing like a druid. Sorry, druids, you fucked.
I want to say that Man and Rohan just got a really good idea there. He said he thinks MMO cops should do motivational speeches at schools.
Ooh.
Now, it may have to be outside the school. I may have to fake that I'm in a school. But I think I could probably arrange something.
There's a piece of paper from the government that says you can't go close to... Oh, that's not you. That's not you.
No, I just mean the mullet wig. I don't know. I don't think they allow disguises in school anymore, right? Like the wig. I don't think they allow stuff like that anymore.
Yeah. Maybe you wearing the fisticuffs.
Yeah, but
I can only imagine that that's probably not going to go well for you.
My wife has this situation that I think we could maybe get away with something in that realm, actually. So that's a great idea. I love it.
Perfect. No, that is really good. Well, speaking of, that's funny. I'm glad Manarohan brought that up too. I really enjoyed kind of what I thought was going to be a fireside chat, and it turned into something completely different, which is good. That we need that too. Life of MMOs, that's good. But I think maybe the Napalm giving some fireside chats. Like you remember those old SNL skits where it was like. What was his name? And he would just read off, and it would scroll the words by.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I did.
Someone in chat knows this. I'm kicking myself for not knowing that. But that's like you have that real soft music going on in the background. You talk really nicely, and then you crack a punchline at the end. That could be really good.
That's a really
all
good
about
idea.
MMOs.
Very good, very good. Yeah, Donnie Doodles would not be going to the school.
No.
That would not be good.
And I know we all miss Donnie today, but come back next week.
He'll be here next week. Yeah, it got dark on us. We were trying to film the last few skits, and it got dark, and it just wouldn't have been as funny at night.
Deep Thoughts. Thank you, Man of Rohan. Sorry.
Deep Thoughts. That was it. Yep.
Yes, that's the one. Sorry to interrupt you, Nathan.
No, you're good.
All right. So, big question here, and I know it's on every viewer's mind right now. What is your preferred clam chowder, red or white?
White.
Yeah, that's what.
Although I'm okay with red, but I guess if they were both there, I would eat the red one, or I would eat the white one first, and then I would try the red one. But I would do the white first because that's what I'm familiar with. I know.
Yeah,
I have expectations on the white. I don't have as many on the red.
It's like clam minestrone with the red. I don't, I much prefer the white sauce. And so leading on to that, we've got Steve. I love Steve. I think I need to meet Steve in real life. He seems like a really good dude.
He's a character.
I'm a big fan. I'm becoming the more I see of this old school stuff, I really need new fast food. Like we need new fast food chains that are bigger and badder now. Like he needs to go to Raising Cane's or
I agree.
Oh yeah, you got those down there, don't you?
Yeah, we've got Raising Cane's and we got the other one. Cane's. Well, I don't know. We don't have them here. We're in Wisconsin. But we have them around. You know what I mean? Like when we travel down to see family or whatever, start getting south, you start seeing those Raising Cane's.
Yeah. We'll have to bring Steve along.
There's another one that I swear to you is the same thing as Raising Cane's. My wife disagrees. Zaxby's. Dude, is it not the same thing? Anybody?
I've never had it.
It's the same thing. I'm telling you. I swear it's the same recipe, the same sauce, the same everything. Zaxby's and Raising Cane's. I'm telling you, same thing. So if you like Raising Cane's, you see a Zaxby's, same thing.
Well, maybe we can go there instead. But as far as I tell you what, those famous bowls, I don't care if they look like vomit. They are wonderful. So much cheese, so much gravy. It's everything I want. And it's the reason that now people are okay with mixing your Thanksgiving meal.
You're right. You're right.
You had to have it plated and separate and all that, but now it's totally fine if you just stick the fork and start mixing. It's the best.
Yeah, you're right. That did normalize it. I never thought of that, but it totally did. See, when I grew up, that was how we ate. It would be this big old plate of stuff, and the eggs would be in the gravy, and the gravy would be on the eggs, and the toast would be in there somewhere. It was just like that's how we were served food. It was all together. And there'd be hot sauce
not in my
on
household. Oh man, it was everything. Nothing could touch. Everything had its own separate part on the plate, except the gravy. You could put the gravy over everything, which was okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm super glad. Thank you, KFC. You know, another thing, why do we always get on fast food rants when we get on this show?
It's because of fast food review. I think it gets our mind thinking. You know, the fast food review gets us thinking, and I think those fast food reviews do a good job of like exemplifying how we all feel when we eat fast food. When it's good, it's not really good. It's disgusting, but it's so disgusting that's delicious. You know, like that is the
He
spirit.
definitely put that right in where it needs to be. He hit it on the target for sure. I love that stuff so much. But yeah, it looks so super gross. He did quarter pounder with cheese 2 weeks ago. I love the QP.
That's what I get if I go. I hate McDonald's, but if I go, double quarter pounder with cheese. That's
that mac sauce. Don't forget to add that mac sauce.
I don't think I've tried that. I don't hate the mac sauce. I've never tried it on my double quarter pounder though.
I put it on everything, man. I most recently this is gonna make everybody sick, but the last time the McRib came out, I had them put mac sauce on the McRib, and it was fucking amazing. Super sloppy. You can't eat it in the car, but if you can take it home and eat it there, it's glorious.
Everybody's heard the joke, right? Like everybody knows why there's such a delay and why you have to wait so long for the McRib to come back out. Everybody knows, right?
Oh, hit me.
Because that's how long it takes for them to hunt and kill whatever the hell that thing is.
My favorite quote about it. Did you ever watch a show called How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, I've seen some of that. Yeah.
One of the main characters, Marshall, he loved the McRib, like me. And so his famous line from that, at least for me, was, the McRib is so good that even the bones are meat.
Very true.
Love that quote.
Very
Love
true.
it.
Very true.
All right. So, well, let's... unless you had something you wanted to talk about the show, those are my highlights.
Yeah, let's talk.
What do you got for highlights?
Let's talk a little bit about the two leading into leading into the end of the season.
You gonna drop a little bean on us?
So we got Plant Man, who's going into fall season mode, which I got to admit, by the way, there's a little bit of truth in that skit. I get seasonal depression at watching everything die in the fall time, right? I know some people are like, I love the fall thing, but I don't like watching everything die and knowing the cold is coming. I don't like the cold. I get depressed, like, for no reason. Like, there's no reason for it, and I get, like, down. So Plant Man dies during the fall time, and we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens when it still is fall and the season kicks back off again for Season 2. We'll just see what happens, because it's not, there's more. But that, and how did that make you feel, though?
I mean, so I'm the opposite. I'll be honest with you. I love autumn. It's my favorite time of the year. I like watching all the colors change. I've got a tree right outside my house that the leaves turn red, which is super beautiful. It's a pretty uncommon tree in my neighborhood. So it brings a different color to the scheme of my neighborhood. So I also am a just the most basic white bitch you've ever met, and I love pumpkin spice lattes. Here we're back on fast food. The pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks. Now I don't get it hot; I get it iced, so it's like a cool drink. And I know that's not really appropriate for autumn, but it's delicious. And so instead of the whipped cream, I put the caramel drizzle on it with the pumpkin spice on it. It is glorious. Highly recommend. So yeah, this is one of my favorite times of the year. So seeing Plant Man die, he's not dead. He's spreading his seed, as if you will. And next season, maybe we might have plant younglings. Who knows? Who knows?
Little seedlings, you never know. The life doesn't want those. But yeah. And then the other big thing was Winter is calling the cops on Cannibal Dad. How do you think that's going to go? Any predictions?
Well, my initial thought is probably Cannibal Dad's going to eat the cops, but whatever.
That's pretty much how it's gone so far. It's a good prediction.
I didn't want to give it away for next week, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm the HBO ending of your, Game of Thrones, where you're going to write the real ending, and this was like the HBO fake ending.
The Game of Thrones story. Yeah. Well, that's a good guess. If anybody else in chat wants to sound off on what they think's good, because I do have a plot. I do know exactly what's going to happen.
Excellent.
And it's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
I mean, just think about it. If he did go to jail, that's a buffet line right there for you, buddy. Like every time you get a new roommate, somehow he disappeared. Must have escaped somehow. Plant Man in jail. Or not Plant Man,
Cannibal Dad.
That would be wonderful. Maybe that's where Plant Man goes too. Who knows? Or maybe he meets MMO Cop there in jail.
Yeah. Winter's telling a little bit too much truth here. Plant Man's supposed to be fictional Winter. You're not supposed to tell him. You're not supposed to tell him. You're not supposed to tell him the truth.
All the secrets are out.
That actually does happen. Like, I can't stand the cold. She'll be out shoveling, and I'm just like, I felt bad for her because we got a really bad snow. And she was out there shoveling, and I'm the man. I'm supposed to be able to do stuff like that, right? So I felt bad. So, man, I bundled up, man. I put all these clothes on. I went to the heater and got, like, hot inside the clothes, and shut it off. So I was really going to go out there and do it. And I went out there and I started shoveling. Man, it was just so cold. I felt like I was going to die. And I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Man. That shit's the worst. I hate the cold, winters around here.
The cold.
Especially when they're real bad. Like this last one wasn't a bad winter at all, so I got real lucky. But 2 winters ago, man, it was just every other day. It's more inches to shovel. It's crazy. Yeah, and I get that way too. I get absolutely frigid cold. Just a little bit of wind, and I am screwed. Like I'm shivering uncontrollably. It's real bad. And I've lived in the winter my entire life. You'd think I'd be used to it. And I'm fat. You'd think I'd have some insulation, but nope. It cuts right through me.
Yep, it does, dude. And I feel like I'm dying immediately. I really do. As soon as I walk out in it, and I'm from the South, so I'm used to like winter is like. Maybe hits 0, maybe a couple of negative single-digit degrees, and that's a nice cold day. And then and rare, so rare people will actually die. You know what I'm saying? Like and then we move up here and it gets like negative 30, and it's like I can't believe humans can do that. Like that's. If I've been Lois and Clark, so here's my theory. When Lois and Clark were supposed, which I don't even believe that story. Yeah, right. This couple really went out and explored the whole United States and mapped it. I don't believe that. I think that's one of those like Paul Bunyan tells. But anyway, supposedly they came and found the Great Lakes area and etc., which would have become part of that Wisconsin. No way. They had to have come here in the spring and or summer, or they would have turned back and been like, Canada can have that one, Like, we're not interested in this part. We went too far.
I mean, do the lakes have any, like, sort of issue on that? Like, does it keep it somewhat warm because you have all that water around you?
Oh, no, dude. The lake freezes. The waves will just be, like, frozen in time. I've never seen anything like this in my life. They'll just be frozen in time all winter. And it's a long winter. It's like December, January, February, March, April, May. We'll still be getting snow in May. And then finally in June, everything will start melting. And and you can't swim in it. It's freezing cold the rest of the summer. I'm not a fan.
It's bad.
It's bad.
I'm right there with you. I'm only 2 states away from you. It's real bad. But at least you've got the cow beers to keep you warm. So that's always a plus.
Yeah. That's the best beer, by the
love
way.
me some New Glarus.
Yeah, New Glarus is good. Spotted Cow is my favorite of theirs.
Oh, so good.
Love that Spotted Cow. Almost makes it worth it.
Truly. And you can only get that stuff in Wisconsin. So if anytime you're in Wisconsin, make sure to stop at a... now my cat is going nuts over here.
Stop at a local bar. There's plenty of them. Wisconsin's filled with them. So just basically pull over and look to the left and right. There will be a bar.
It's everywhere. I have driven to Wisconsin twice specifically for this beer. The first time we went and we just crossed the border to the nearest Piggly Wiggly. But the second time we ended up touring the New Glarus itself and kind of staying a night in Madison. Super good on tap. If you can make it to New Glarus, it's a super beautiful brewery. Why are we promoting New Glarus? Where has this show gone to?
It just deserves
this is supposed to be about you.
It deserves
right.
it.
You are right.
It's so good. Let's, at least partially the reason for my belly. I really do like that beer. It's good. I never pass up an opportunity to drink me a Spotted Cow.
I have introduced Spotted Cow to several of my friends, and it just seems to be a beer that nobody dislikes.
Yeah, if you like dark beers, light
don't...
beers, it's just a good beer.
Yep, and especially Spotted Cow. Like, if you want a non-sort of descript beer that just everyone likes, it's Spotted Cow. There's no question about it. All right.
It's a beer for the people.
Exactly, just like you, Nathan. You are a man of the people. Spotted Cow is a beer for the people. Good. Okay, let's flip on. I want to kind of talk about some stuff you're doing on the channel, just to make sure people are aware of what's going on. We did some new stuff this week and kind of last week as well. Looks like you played a little bit of the. You're gonna have to pronounce it wrong.
Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but that's how people in America pronounce it. I'll say at least that. So it's just like it's Pokemon, except for it's dark and disturbing, right? So I will say this: the MMO took it kind of easy. When you play it on like the newest one on the Switch, I think it was part 5, I believe. It's super disturbing. It's like you're collecting demons. And you got to make deals with them, right? And sometimes it's just like, faction, But other times it's like they want things, right? And you got to fulfill that or they'll to keep them. And then you
got me interested.
And then you take the demons and you combine them to make brand new ones. And there's just like infinite possibilities of stats and what they look like. I mean, it's crazy. If you like Pokemon, it's Pokemon for cannibal dad adults. It's the best way I know to describe it. But if you're gonna start playing, because some of them are a little outdated and hard to get through, I would just recommend starting with the newest one, Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch. I wouldn't recommend jumping the MMO. Me personally, it was outdated. It ran weird. It was okay. Not worth the trouble of doing the private server, in my opinion. But Shin Megami Tensei 5. Chef's kiss. Great RPG. Super dark. Don't want to play it around your kids. Just super dark.
That's right up my alley, especially if you say Pokemon. It sounds to me like it's more like, do you remember a game called Monster Rancher? Not Monster Hunter or Demon Hunter or anything like that.
Monster Rancher, yeah.
Monster Rancher.
I do remember that.
Is it kind of like that where you have to find different creatures along the way and then kind of train them to do what you need them to do? Or what do you do with the demons?
Yeah, they're like your pets. It's a little different than... It's a little bit more real-time with the battles. And if you can get out more than one at a time for battles. So it's like a JRPG-style battle system, except for you've got your demons out fighting for you, right?
Awesome. Okay. Well, on the same topic... Pokemon's coming out in 2 months.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited, man. That looks like it's going to be good. It's mixing just a little bit of MMO elements in there, which I've always just wanted. Like, just make a freaking MMO out of Pokemon, Like, go all in. We're getting closer.
I completely agree. We are getting closer. Did you play Legend of Arceus at all?
I liked it a lot, actually. I played the crap out of it. I really enjoyed that one.
That's the best game Pokemon's put out.
I agree.
Ever.
And it's not even one of the... It was kind of... It wasn't even a mainline one. It was like a test, I believe, for this one. To make sure it worked and what kind of problems would there be. And now they're... This one's going to be good. This is going to be one... This is going to start Pokemon fever all over again, in my opinion.
For the third time? I can't wait.
Yep. Here we go. Yep. Pokemon Go was probably the craziest one. I don't think it'll be that crazy. That was a wild time to be alive, was it not?
20 million people played that game for one whole week.
You could literally just go in public and people were playing Pokemon Go everywhere. Dude, the cops had to be like, what is going on? Because there would be people just driving real slow in a block for like all day, like their whole day off. Getting the Pokestops.
Oh, that was the best. So like... It's all public places, right? All the Pokestops are public places. So I live by a community college right next to it. So I would, if I needed supplies, I'd just drive down to the campus and like go around 5 miles an hour and just pick up Pokemon and pick up all the balls and all that stuff. The cops there were very unhappy about that the first couple times I did that. But then they got used to it and they're like, oh, this guy's just being a nerd. And that's okay.
Yeah. He's playing that game my kids play. That's probably what they were thinking.
Still happens. 5 million people still log in and play this game every day. 5 million.
Yeah.
And it's not even a real Pokemon game.
No.
My brothers play it, and I tell them every day, just stop playing that shit game and play a real Pokemon game.
Yeah, and it's weird how many people don't make that conversion either. My kids barely play Pokemon games, the real ones, but they love Pokemon Go, and it's like, guys, go play a real one. Like, it's better. Way
better.
It's way better. Like, there's a story. There's more to do.
Kind of a story. Let's not say
it's good enough. You know, it's
some plot.
It's a side activity, but you know, for a kid, I feel like it's a story. You know,
for sure.
I want to drop some beans on the show real quick because I'm gonna forget.
Please do it.
It's on the tip of my tongue, so I want to drop it. So there's a new show that Shin Megami Tensei, the MMO we did on Wednesday, right? It's called the MMO Taurus. We came up with that name right before we went live, so there wasn't a lot of time for us to dig deep. But after the show, we talked about what we were going to do for that show. And I'm going to go ahead and drop all the beans here. I've not announced this anywhere else.
Here we go. This is news to me. We're all getting it at the same time.
Nobody else knows. My wife doesn't even know this yet. And she went to bed, so she's not going to know till tomorrow. So in that show, coming this Wednesday, we're going to be dressed like tourists. I'm talking about the Hawaiian shirt. I'm going to have a camera strapped on so I can get screenshots. We're going to have the little martinis with the umbrella in it. We're going all out role play that we actually are tourists when we play these MMOs. So I'm really excited for the absurdity that's going to come out of that.
I can't fucking wait for that. That's going to be great.
Yes. So it's themed. It is a themed MMO show every Wednesday. And
we'll definitely come in and see that.
And we spin the wheel at the end of the episode. Yes, that's with Steve. Yes.
Perfect. Oh, what is the wheel? What happens with the wheel?
So I picked 10 MMOs. He picked 10 MMOs. We put them on a wheel. And originally we were going to spin them right here on this show. That was the original idea. And I was like, well, why don't we just spin them at the end when we're like, we're not going to play this MMO anymore because it's not worth 2 weeks. We'll just spin the wheel. So when we're done, he can say, I'm done with this MMO. And even if I'm not, we're done with it. And vice versa, right? So
nice.
If either of us feels like we don't want to continue the MMO, then it's done. And then we spin the wheel when we're done. And if it lands on one of mine, then I get to replace that one. So the idea is eventually we'll play all those that are on that wheel.
That's cool. That's very cool. You're going to play a lot of real shitty games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. There's some crazy ones on there already that I'm like, please never land on those. I don't even want to play them.
As long as it's not Project Gorgon. I know you didn't like that one.
No. I did actually think it was a cool game. I just wouldn't play it full time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had fun. It was...
It's different.
It's different, right? It's like... I
loved it.
It's that world of MMOs that I just never got into. The Asheron's Call style.
Yeah.
But I still respect them. I just personally... don't want to do it again.
Now you're back. Totally understand.
Who's the guy in the community that loves it? There's somebody
other than me.
Is it you? You're the one that loves it?
Could be.
Oh, it's you.
I know Desrin likes it. Rob really likes it.
Somebody gets offended. Somebody gets offended if you talk bad about it. Is that you?
Really? No.
Okay.
I definitely don't get offended.
Yeah, there's somebody that defends it.
It's not perfect, but it's really good for two people that put all that stuff together, like the husband-wife couple that put that together. Really quality game for, two developers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm super impressed. I really am. And my biggest takeaway is that if you haven't played EverQuest in a while, and you log on that game, you're going to think it looks like EverQuest, but then if you actually go play EverQuest, you'll realize that it's an upgrade. But it's weird how your brain works like that. Like, your brain thinks EverQuest looks different if you haven't played it in a while. You know what I mean? Like, your brain kind of imagines some extra things that weren't actually in the game for detail. And I think that's actually a good thing, by the way. That's how games used to be. Like, they couldn't portray the graphics in exactly how they wanted, but they'd give you enough of an idea and let your imagination do the rest. I think that's part of the magic of EverQuest, actually.
For sure, and that's a perfect leadway.
Maybe Random Rob is the one who gets offended. Somebody does.
I'm not. I don't remember, but it's a solid game. Like, I really have very little to complain about it. There are some, little things that could be better, but for the most part, they kind of hit all the marks for me. So
yeah,
I like playing it when I'm not EQing. So, but yeah, speaking of EQ, it's a big week for all you EQ people out there. It's bonus XP weekend. I was doing it all day today. I power leveled my monk from level 7 to 55 today. So yeah, super easy on XP weekend.
Did you just say 7?
Yeah.
To 55? Wow. Yeah, that double XP.
6 hours.
And that goes all the way to the end of Monday?
Yep, they lengthen that out. It's not just the weekend. You usually get several days after that. So it's a good time. If you want to jump in, now's a really good time to, especially if you got friends on a server. So if you need a server, come join me on Thornblade.
Yep.
Happy to help. If you want to go live, I don't know anybody there, so you're on your own.
Thornblade is the place to go, though. That's where the most of the people in the community are, and Daimlos, Random Rob, etc. That you guys are kind of leading that community in EverQuest, right? And Drac and yep.
We're certainly trying. We're trying to make it. It's a super chill server. We're just trying to make it a place where Pantheon people can come, wait for what they do. If you're interested in something like that, we also stream Monday nights over on the Pantheon Plus Twitch channel, midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's called No Wrath After Dark. I just pronounced it wrong. Norath. There we go.
Yeah. What's your other? I didn't hear the other one. What's the other one? You said it different. I thought you said it correct the first time. What was the other way you pronounced it?
I put the wrong syllable on the wrong emphasis.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, but yeah, please come join us. It's very similar to this. It's just kind of 4 guys sitting around bullshitting, or 4 to 6, and maybe we have some females show up once in a while. It keeps it fresh. But we just talk Pantheon. We play the game. We're currently in Dragons of Norath, the expansion there on Thornblade. So, like I said, feel free to join us. You just reach out to us anytime, or just join us at midnight, and we're more than happy to chat with you. But yeah, so EQ for you, you've got EQ2, you got the Vasoon going on with that. And you're playing live still. Are you doing any more of that?
Yeah,
I know it's kind of taking a back seat because you got Wrath of the Lich King coming.
Yeah, it's kind of took a little back seat, but I gotta get back into it because the community likes it when I play it, and it's a wild ride playing on live. So I want to, I just haven't carved out the time yet, but I will. I'll get back to it, and thankfully Star Wars Galaxy actually landed on the wheel, so I wanted to get back to that too, and now it's going to be Wednesday.
Is that why we're playing it?
Yep, Star Wars Galaxy this Wednesday. The tourists will be entering.
Excellent. Yeah, I totally had mentioned that, or had it written down to talk about that too. I was confused as to why we started playing that, but now that makes sense to me if we're spinning the wheel and that's what we're doing. Those are Wednesday nights with Steve. But EQ2 is that's Saturday night.
Yeah, that's Saturday evening.
Mornings.
It's 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 to 4. So we roll 2 hours through that. We've been playing with the main developer, the Vanguard Saga of Heroes emulator's been playing with us, and
awesome. We
had a full group today. We actually were on the Varsoon server in the Ruins of Varsoon dungeon, and I believe we're going to Runny Eye next week.
Oh.
Which I don't think I've seen that in EverQuest 2. Definitely seen it in EQ1.
Sure.
Which I love that dungeon EQ1. I'm trying to convince the P99 group to go there.
That's a hard one.
So dangerous, dude.
They need to be on their game.
Yeah, it's like, it's terrifying, I love that dungeon.
It's so close quarters there for everything. Yeah, it's a really good one. So yeah, and also I wasn't wanting to mention that if you do join Nathan on EQ2, he does like to play with the community. That's a game where he will, if you reach out to him, he'll bring you in.
Yeah, just log on.
Certainly not on the stream, but yeah, just you can certainly play with him. And like I said, it's double XP for both EQ1 and 2 right now. So
yeah,
Daybreak.
If you want to play with me, the easiest games right now, because a lot of my evening streams we've got static groups. But every morning I play Pagel, WoW Classic. And as long as you're within our level range where you can come, just come on, because it's just me and Sparrow. So we'll invite you in a group. You can play with us. And then EverQuest 2 is open. And then when I play Vanguard, I literally just log on to Vanguard. Whoever's on, start asking my guild who wants to come. I'm going to this dungeon, and it's just random community members. We hop on and we have an adventure. Because that's my favorite, honestly. Just
absolutely
hopping on, having an adventure with whoever wants to come. And I don't care about classes. Just whoever we fill the party up with, we'll figure it out. We don't have a healer. Well, we're doing it anyway. So be it. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Man of the people, Nathan NAPALM.
And that's how I want to play Pantheon too, by the way. I don't want to be all meta and be like, oh, we need one healer. No, dude, whoever comes, we'll figure it out. Let's see, because that's one of their claims is like, hey, you don't have to, you can play this game however you want as far as like group composition. Everybody brings something cool to the table. So if you remember when Minus was the rogue and he was CCing for us because that's all we had, and it worked. We figured it out, and we had more fun playing it the wrong way than we probably would have playing it the right way. So,
quote unquote, the wrong way. Working as intended.
Working as intended. Yes.
Yeah, come join us. Come join Nathan. I'm not on there. Sorry, I play EverQuest way too much to do anything like Nathan does. He's the king of all MMOs.
Yeah, I'm gonna play them all before this is over. With that stupid will, I'm gonna even be playing the ones I didn't want to.
So perfect transition into Vanguard. You kind of put a nice little heartfelt video on Pantheon or on Vanguard. Do you mind kind of talking about your plight there?
Yeah, man, I'm really passionate about that. I really feel like it is one of the, actually I believe it's the largest travesty in all of the MMO history, that somehow out of all these MMOs, and I understand why, but that Vanguard just doesn't exist besides the simulator server, which is an alpha, and honestly it's going to take a long time to get it to the way it used to be, because they fixed the game and then they shut it down. They were about to add new classes. They had a bunch of stuff like almost ready to go, and then just they dropped the axe on it right before they switched over to Daybreak. So it wasn't Daybreak's fault that it shut down. Sony made that decision prior. But it's just a travesty it doesn't exist. So all I want is for them to extend a similar situation to P99 to Vanguard, right?
Absolutely.
And I can't talk about it live, but what I can say until the ink has dried is we are actually making progress.
That's awesome.
Conversations happening, which are possibly better than what I wanted to happen. Because I just wanted them to just give the simulator team the database, and let's just see what, let them have it. And Xenix says within 3 months he could have it the way it was when the game shut down. Because he's got his own coding language. It's not using the original Unreal Engine 4 script, so he's got to transfer that code over to his own language. So it would take about 3 months. So that means if we got it by October, by January, we would have a fully playable, exactly how Vanguard was in January if we got it done in October. Not saying we're going to get it done in October, but I'm just saying, that's how quick it could be. And you want to talk about a cool game to play prior to Pantheon coming out?
Sure.
So many ideas from Pantheon are in Vanguard. So, I'm crazy about it. And I do actually believe that even if it comes down to money, that between the community and some Kickstarter, whatever we got to do, we can even buy it if we have to.
Yeah, that's something I really wanted to bring up was you had mentioned in that video that maybe potentially starting a Kickstarter for that and buying the IP art outright for the community.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? That's such a great idea, and I think a lot of people would flock to that, especially those that really enjoy Brad's games and would like to. And I'm one of them. I did not give Vanguard a fair shake. I played it when it came out.
Fair enough.
Sony ruined it for me.
Me too. Me too.
And I never played it again.
Yeah.
Didn't have any fun, and I was out. So, and that's when I went on to WoW. And so I didn't need anything else because WoW was fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if we could get it working again. Rando did a stream with Drac last night. We played this really crappy arcade version of Dungeons and Dragons. It was awful. It was like Golden Axe meets Dungeons and Dragons, only really, really shitty Golden Axe.
What was it? What was it?
But But both of those, the two people that we played with, Essen and Sarah, Pantheon Plus members, they play Vanguard with you guys.
Yes.
I don't know if they've played with you specifically, but they're on that server. There are, some bugs. In it, it's still in alpha, so you gotta expect what you gotta expect. But to be able to bring that back, to bring that in 3 months, I may have to give that a shot. It looks good. The graphics, it's certainly better than my shitty ass EQ 2001.
Yeah, it looks good.
Upgrade.
It honestly does. Like, my streams don't do it 100% justice because of bit rates, etc. Like, the game looks really good. Like, honestly, I would say it's better.
Plus dungeons, or no, 250.
250. Now, some of them are really small, like a couple of rooms, but like, I don't know how many times we just found I found a decrepit house, flew over to see, it was just kind of in the middle of nowhere, flew down to see what was up, and there was a staircase going down. It was this elaborate dungeon, just in the middle of nowhere. Or the manor that we found that was like an Unrest meets Mistmoor kind of feel, with vampires and undead. Oh, it was so cool. Secret hidden like bookcase moves, and there's another area. Oh my gosh, it was
That's
so
awesome.
cool. Vanguard really did have probably the best dungeon design of any MMO, because it took the EverQuest formula and put it in an open zoneless world and just went wild with the technology they were dealing with at the time.
Yeah, that's if we can get that rolling, I would either be willing to donate or make that just something to make that happen. So your people are behind you. I'm glad that we took the time to kind of talk about this. I know it's super important to you, and seeing Brad's vision back open to the public would be really awesome right before hopefully we get Pantheon here pretty soon.
Yeah. And I want to say one more thing. If for whatever reason, right, I end up in a situation where I'm the one handling that transaction, right? Here's the deal. I want to just be upfront. What I would do if we bought it, right? If we bought the IP, what I would do is I would give all the database, everything that's needed to the emulator team, right? Probably tell them to take the server offline for a while, right?
For sure.
Get the game right. Then start doing some testing, right?
We don't want to pull another fucking
Yeah,
Sony.
right. We don't want to do that again. We don't want to say, make a big deal about it at first, because then people will be expecting it to be the way it was, and it's not yet. So bring the servers down, get everything squared away, start some testing, and then do a relaunch, because then it would be an official server, right?
Right.
And I would probably keep the rights for until the point where I had someone that I knew for a fact wouldn't screw over Brad McQuaid's legacy. I know I would never do that, right? So I would hold it until I knew I could hand it over to somebody that could do better things with it, that would not screw him over. So it'd have to be somebody that knew Brad or something, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't just...
Maybe Steve would take it.
Steve.
Come
Oh,
on,
Steve
Steve.
Clover. You're talking about Steve
Yeah,
Clover.
Steve Clover.
I thought you
Yeah,
were talking
not
about,
your
Monsters. I don't think he'd want that. But
The famous Steve.
Steve Clover, yeah, if he would take it, because he come out of retirement for Pantheon. So I think he would. It's his baby.
For sure.
So yeah, we just see where that goes. But I just want to be upfront.
That would be very cool.
That's what I would do, and that's probably not what's going to happen. Most likely, we're going to work out a deal for them just to say, Ziplocs, I like the way you're thinking, but we can't say that out loud, or we'll never get the deal.
Oh.
But I like
redact.
No, there's no way they're gonna watch this deep into that much. They're gonna have to wade through so much cringe to get here. No way will they make it.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's a viable option, right? But yeah,
that would be awesome.
And
that would be awesome.
And by the way, guys, I'm not saying like by January we might have Vanguard. I was just giving an example. Like if we got it by October, that's how quick we think we could have it at that state, according to what Zenix believes. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm down. Make it happen. And you've got some legal knowledge in your fan base, so
yeah,
reach out to those people if you need help out with that. 'Cause
absolutely,
that would be a wonderful, wonderful gift to the community.
Would it not?
While we are patiently waiting for Pantheon.
I agree. And that'd be a fun game to play while you wait, because for a lot of people it'd be a brand new world, and it's kind of like playing the predecessor to Pantheon in many ways, since it was the in-betweener. EverQuest, Vanguard, Pantheon, you know?
Yep. It needs to be there. It's a chapter. It's important. Even if it flopped right off the bat, you know, it's still, you know, many movies flop right off the bat and they get
Absolutely.
cult classic status. So, because we just go visit it and see it with different eyes, you know? So maybe after, a decade and a half, I could hopefully enjoy it again.
Yeah.
Or for the first time. All right, so warning to the viewers, this is, I'm coming to my final question. So if you've got anything on your mind, literally anything to ask Nathan, it doesn't have to necessarily be about the show. If you want to know something about his life or, you know, whatever, just ask. He's the man of the people, right? So just ask him. Again, was listening to your streams as I do, as a good lord of napalm. And did I hear that you are writing a book?
I am. Actually, you have access to the first, the prologue. If you go, you'll have to scroll back. It was a while ago, but if you go to the community page on my channel, members have access to. You have to scroll down through all the other member stuff. But I did post the prologue, so you can kind of get a feel for what the storyline is. Now, I had not written a word in that book in like a month and a half. To be honest, I just haven't had time. But here's,
you know, you're online 24/7. I'm
streaming or I'm making the content like 24/7. Which, by the way, I am not complaining about. I love it, and thank you guys so much for making that possible. I'm not complaining. You will never hear me complain about it. But sometimes it is the reason why I'm behind on other things. But I will be getting a lot of work done on that, and I'll tell you, I do take the path of many authors. I drink much wine and spotted cow and write like a drunken sailor, and because I've got a script, right, and I've got lore and everything, but I just write and I do it in this weird trance-like state while drinking, right, and then I come back the next morning with sober eyes. And I edit it, right? And I'm like, you know, and I'm like, whoa, I just used the same word like in the same sentence 20 times, you know? So I go back and I edit it out. But that really is a good way to write. It's not healthy, but is a good way to write novels.
Listen, that's, you know, sometimes drug-induced is the best stories, is the best music, you know?
It really is what it is. I get it. Now, I don't do drugs. I wouldn't say I've never had, but I don't now. And but alcohol
mainlining
is...
PCP right now.
You may think I do from watching CringePony, but actually that's completely sober. But yeah, that is a great way to write. So anybody that's like, it just breaks that. Because sometimes when you're sober, you just second guess everything, and it just takes forever. And when you start drinking, you're just like, I know exactly, you know, you just go wild. And then you're going to have to edit it. Yeah, you're going to have to edit it.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That was the first I'd heard of it. So I'm glad that I just happened to be listening at that point.
Me and Steve made this world, by the way, back in high school. We've been nerds since we were born. So back in high school, we created this fantasy world. And we actually, they're awful. I wish I had access to them, but we made movies about them, right? About this world and the characters. Dude, it's really bad. I wish I had access to it, dude, because it was like super cheesy, like, you know, no budget at all. You know, we worked at like fast food at the time, going to high school and trying to make this movie.
Re-record.
But yeah, I thought about it. But the book is telling that story in like a really cool format. And it was originally supposed to be a graphic novel, but I just realized like I'm never gonna have time to get that novel done. But I do have a graphic novel already out, and it's on my channel. Actually, hang on. If you look,
posts.
Well, never mind. The green screen's up. You can't see it. But there's a giant printed canvas of my favorite scene from that graphic novel. But that one is on my channel. That you can. I put voice acting and music and sound effects to the panes. To make it into video format, but you can watch that on my channel. It's pretty bad, but I can't remember the name of it because I haven't even thought about it in so long. But yeah, that is on the channel.
Awesome. I will definitely go look for that because that has me very interested. If Steve's involved,
he
I
wrote
love
it.
You, Nathan, but Steve,
he wrote the story and I did the art. That's exactly what this story is.
Perfect. One more song, one more question. Life of Ryan.
Ryan.
Want to know how your day was?
I've been working on CringePony TV all day, except for the 2 hours I did EverQuest 2. But you know what? It's been a good day. It was fun doing finishing up all the skits and editing and all that. That's my Saturday. That's why sometimes it's late, because I'm literally doing, because through the week I just maybe film one scene, but it's not edited, or maybe I just write the song throughout the week, but Saturday, besides EverQuest 2, is nothing but CringePony time.
Yeah, that's you're like I said, like we said earlier, you're literally doing this 24/7. So
and I love it.
Bless you for sure. But still, we all know, at least people that entertain or do this sort of thing, that's a commitment. Like, that's more than a full-time job. So good on you.
Appreciate it.
Keep it up, my friend.
And by the way, it's called Refuge.
Oh, okay.
It's called Refuge. It's about an alien abduction. It's pretty cool.
One last thing, sorry, because I forgot about this. D&D, is that still happening? Rise of Tiamat?
Yeah, we're finally back to it this Monday.
Okay, cool.
We had people.
I thought I missed an episode, and I was
really upset. You haven't. It's been 2 weeks without it. So we're finally getting back to it. When we last talked about it, that was the last time we played. So you're caught up.
Good. Okay. Well, now the Cringe Pony has completely repeated. We have gone longer than the actual show itself, so we'll look to wrap this up. Nathan, can you kind of tell the people when you're around? I know we've kind of been doing this whole thing, but what do you got to highlight this week?
This week, Monday D&D. That's going to be Monday evening. It goes live at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Ronick from the Pantheon development team is a player in my campaign. We're on the back end of that campaign, so it's going to be wild every week. And then I really also want to tell people, because a lot of my community doesn't realize this, but on Sunday night, so tomorrow night at
Weave in the Void, right?
Yeah, the Weave in the Void.
Sorry.
8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's twitch.tv/Weave and Void. That is actually a co-owned channel. So Sparrow, Bounty Code, me, Renfell, his wife Chris, and his brother Joey, all the money gets split between us, right? So go, if you want to support all of us as content creators, we do a lot of stuff together. That's a good channel to do that, because it literally, we split every dime, goes equally to each person. So I'm going to be promoting that a little bit more, because we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We have a show coming up that we're going to be doing on MMOs called, what did we name it? Catch of the Day, and it's where we fish in MMOs and talk. It's like a podcast. We're going to be fishing while we do it.
That's fantastic.
And Ronick went unconscious a few times. Believe it or not, Ronick in my campaign is he's kind of a badass, to be honest. He rolls a lot of crits. He saves the group a lot. He role plays a character that if he gets hit in the head, which the other team members make him wear this helmet now to protect him, because if he gets hit in the head too hard, he thinks he's other people. He actually gets their abilities too, like a little bit. So he has a wizard one. He has one where he thinks he's a goblin. That one's nasty, not good. And we roll the dice for which personality when he gets bonked in the head too hard.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, Ronick's been a real treat, man. He knows his D&D.
It's a good cast.
Yeah.
You guys have a good cast.
It's
there.
fun.
I really enjoy that show.
They're wild. They're wild even for me. Like even for me, I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's a solid show.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's fun. Doesn't get a lot of views. I will say that.
Actual play is not for everybody. You have to be a special person like me.
I agree. It's a little rough because you're just staring at the tokens. There's not a lot. I had one guy actually come out and comment like, "This game's graphics are really bad."
I don't know if they're willing to put their faces on camera. That might.
It would help. Better. It would. some of them have jobs where they don't want, you know, like they have sponsorships and things that might make it difficult for their face. And I think even Ronick, maybe because of the Pantheon thing, even though we know it's him, he doesn't want to be like, here's my face, you know me, I'm from Pantheon, you know what I mean?
It's all understandable.
That puts him in a position where he can't maybe do things in the game because then it might be representative of visionary rounds. You know what I mean? So
for sure. I thought you guys weren't playing because they were cracking the whip on him. Like, get to developing.
Sometimes it is, Ronick, but most of the time they're all writers and comedians, so they'll just be out of town doing a show or whatever. So it's hard to get them
It's
all
always
together.
tough, especially weekly. Like, to be able to put something together weekly with, 5 to 6 people.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It's a lot of people and a lot of schedules. Easy to get kinked up. Now, after this campaign's over, I'm running a community D&D with the Storm King Thunder. I think it's the name of that campaign. I haven't even read it yet, but I bought it and it's ready to roll. So I'll be running a D&D campaign with the community, and then there will be cameras on, and I'm going to dress up, and it's going to be a big deal.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good one. I played a little bit of that one. We dabbled in it. My DM, he likes to kind of take stories from all the different stuff and kind of weave it into his own stuff. So we definitely hit a little bit of that.
Probably his favorite part.
In for a treat.
Yeah, I've heard it's usually one of the higher ranked campaigns, so that's why I got it.
Awesome, my friend. Well, let's. What do you think? Are you ready to wrap this up?
Sure. Yeah. And for anybody that's still here, if you missed it or you came in late, we are going to re-roll back through the episode so you can see it all.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Really appreciate. Let's enjoy the next half hour of Cringe Pony again.
All right. Thanks, Domilos. Great show, man.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.